What is up, guys? Logan here again with another video for you guys. I just want to say thank you for all the support as always. In the last video where I was taking half the ad revenue and raising money for WWF is doing fantastic. We've already raised $20 in 2 days. So I just wanted to say thank you for that, and I will begin donating that money probably on a bi-weekly basis just so that we can get more of a lump sum to donate. So I'll keep you guys posted on that, but I think that's incredible. So I just want to say thank you for that. Make sure to check the links in the description below before we get into this one. But I want to talk about these 2 to 3 stocks that I like this year. It's still been beaten down from COVID. We have to look at all these other sectors that are performing incredibly since the COVID pullback. But the one thing that hasn't been doing well is still the cruise lines. So we're gonna look into those stocks today and the ones that I like the best and that I plan on putting some money into with a 2 to 3 to 4 year lookout on these, and I still think they're beaten down and in a good position. So let's hop into those right now. But like I stated earlier, don't forget to check the links in the description, my music, stuff like that down there, and don't forget to leave a like and subscribe on this video. We're just flying as a community, so thank you guys for that, and let's get right into this one. So let's look at Carnival stock, and the interesting thing about CCL, right, is with the cruisers, these guys keep getting pushed back. Every time that they say, hey, we'll have cruises ready in 3 months, we'll be cleared, we get to that 3 months and they get pushed back another 3 months from when they'll be good to go. And just recently, they just got pushed back to April until they'll be ready to go. So these cruisers keep getting suspended on when they can return to actually providing people vacations. And look at their past year, they're down 60%. And if we look at the past 5 years, they're down about the same. But if we look at before the crash, Carnival was trading at 51. They crashed all the way down to 8. Now I have a couple buddies who bought at $10 to $12 and right now have about a 90 to 100% return on Carnival. And they know that they still have room to the upside. And this is a stock that even if you buy now at $20 a share and hold for a couple of years, if it does get back up to 50, I mean, that's a 2.5 times return on your money. So if you put 3 grand in, it would be worth 7,500. So you'd have 4,500 in profit. I'm not saying go and buy like calls on these stocks, but I still realize that they're in a beaten down industry that is a very profitable industry. But as the vaccines continue to roll out this year, I'll be more confident and be able to take a stake and a position in these companies because I still think there's a lot of room to the upside to where we could see these levels again. And Carnival used to pay a dividend of 50 cents every quarter, so it'd be $2 a year on an annual dividend. They had to cut that back when the COVID crash happened. So if there's stock too that if they continue to rise, they could potentially bring that dividend back. And even if it's a lower yield this time around, right, maybe something like 2%, it's still fantastic to have a dividend paying stock and to have more room to the upside. But like I said, I have buddies who bought at 10 to 12, they're already up 90% and they still have a lot of room to the upside on Carnival. Current market cap's 15.5 billion. So this shows that they used to be worth 40 to 50 billion. I really think that with the vaccine getting rolled out, people are gonna start vacationing more, you know, because we've been stuck in quarantine for such a long time, you know, that everybody's gonna want and go take some trips, get on a cruise again, just start to enjoy their lives a little bit more. Now I'm a fan of Norwegian Cruise Line as well. They used to be $60 a share, they're currently at 25, and they've recovered at more of a stable rate from what I've seen, to where their low is $8 and they're 25, which is still the ability to 3 times your money if you were able to buy at the bottom. But if you didn't and you still like the cruisers, and this is one with a smaller market cap of about 7.46 billion right now, so we could see these guys return to 57, 60, you know, right around that level. Even to 50 is a doubler. Now I think for me, I would much rather own Carnival. Norwegian's really cool as well, and their high is 28.15, and that was on December 8th, and then they kind of pulled back a little bit, but if they continue to hold this level that they're at right now, we could see more room to the upside. And I like a lot of these smaller cap beaten down stocks like the banks have the same exact pattern, right? Where tech recovered quickly, but these cruisers didn't as much. And now, like I stated earlier, the cruisers have been pushed back and delayed until April. But if you're someone who wants to buy this stock and hold it for a couple years and try to see a really nice return, I still think this is a sector that's completely beaten down. So I'll take you guys into the third stock that I'm watching, Royal Caribbean. Now with Royal Caribbean, this is like the big name cruiser out of everything. 15 billion, their dividend yield of 2% a year. But even if you check down here, right, Royal Caribbean extends cruise, We checked this little article through April, and it just talks about the company a little bit more. You know, all people avoid travel on cruise ships. Our plan is to resume further operation in May, and the stock has gained 2.9% over the past 3 months, and of course has tumbled 46%. So I still think that there is such a good opportunity to buy stocks at the low. I know sometimes people don't like to hear this. They like to buy stocks at the high because they've already seen these stocks run, but I think you have a good opportunity here of buying at the bottom and getting a really good return. So I like Royal Caribbean, I really do. And if we look at their 5-year that we've been looking at, they have a lot of resistance around 135. They really don't like to push higher than that. And then the COVID crash happened. But even at 72, I mean, you could still potentially double your money if we're looking at returning back to these levels back in January of 2020. So just about a year ago. So it's just really crazy. I really like these cruisers, but I'm the biggest fan of Carnival as of now. I think you have the best potential return with Carnival. The market cap's there, the brand name's there, and I just really think that when we get the vaccines rolling, that we're gonna have a really good future for these cruise line stocks. And if we're looking 3 to 5 years from now. And I'm not saying that you should buy option calls expiring next week, that these are gonna pop, right? But I really do think that these stocks are ones that are still beaten down a little bit and have good opportunity for you to take advantage of, and just throw a little bit in if you're looking for some single stocks and you feel like Apple's overvalued, or you've watched tech go sideways for a couple months and you want a new spot to put your money and you feel like you've missed the March crash. I think this is still the great positions to be in. So these are kind of the stocks that I'm watching and I really like to pick up for this year, and I plan on picking up some Carnival, maybe a little Royal Caribbean. I like Carnival a lot and I really hope they bring their dividend back, and I could see my shares up. But even I've had a buddy who bought Royal at 36 back in the crash. I think it was back in May. So back in May, he bought Royal. He's already up 100%. So he's got that one. My other buddies have been rocking with some Carnival shares, and they're doing really well, and there's still more potential for the upside, but this is more of a long-term play, right? Long-term, if you believe in the cruise line industry, which I totally do, but of course it's your guys' opinion, and I'm just stating mine right here for educational purposes. But that's gonna be everything for this video. I just want to show you guys the stocks that I'm kind of watching right now. And it's a little fun dividend payment from Realty Income that I'm gonna get this month for $3.58. They pay every month. But yeah, I'll have more credit spread videos coming out. I'm really happy that you guys have been loving the options trading stuff, but I want to sit down and just talk about some stocks for the long term that I like, and then I'll get in a video soon too where I break down my long-term portfolio and kind of what I see with that. And I think that'll be one of my next videos, and just kind of my viewpoint on all the stocks that I hold, why I hold them, and the specifics behind each one, and why I made the decision I made with them. So we'll get into that too, but hope you guys have a fantastic holiday today as the markets are closed for Martin Luther King Day. Markets will reopen tomorrow and you can find some more opportunities. That's gonna be all for me, but thank you guys for all the support. I cannot wait to donate the money from the last video to WWF. If you guys have yet to watch that video, make sure you go check that one out too at the end of this one. So I'm really excited for the future, and I will see you guys in the next video.